Fala pessoal, tudo bem? Meu nome é Ítalo Santos, campeão pan-americano, campeão europeu, bicampeão alemão. Eu quero aqui convidar você para participar do curso de sinuca da nossa comunidade. No curso você vai encontrar técnicas como segurar o taco da maneira correta, qual é a força que você vai segurar da maneira correta, como é que você movimenta a empunhadura, como é que você encontra a sua mira, como é que você faz a ponte da maneira correta, a distância. Então tudo isso você vai encontrar no nosso curso e isso aí vai fazer toda a diferença.
Here's Steve Davis, just 29 years old from Rumford, England. The highest paid sportsman in Great Britain.
Absolutely, it's incredible, isn't it?
His manager told me he's earning approximately $2 million a year, which would put him in the category of a Larry Bird or one of the United States outstanding athletes.
Yes, of course, not many people realize throughout the world that snooker, in fact, is the most popular sport on British television. And that's all happened in probably the last 7 or 8 years.
And in fact, Davis has certainly benefited from the snooker explosion. He is the #1 snooker player in the world since 1981, and he's won 4 World Snooker Championships in 1981, 83, 84, and 87, winning his latest last May at Sheffield.
Right, now there nice position. He's getting the benefit of what Steve Miserek did. He pushed this ball into the break position.
Steve Davis went to school on Miserak's last inning.
He's just come a little bit more to the right of the table than he would have liked, and he would have liked to have left himself a little bit nearer to the ball. And of course this really is a challenge for Steve Davis, is having to try and work it out as he goes along. He's very little experience at straight pull, but he's such a good cueist. He's certain to give a good account of himself.
Rex, you have said that as a snooker player, Davis has one of the smoothest strokes and most consistent strokes in all of England, and in fact the world, as he makes his break shot.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anyone play the game who has a cue action as good as Steve Davis.
Davis cuts it into the side pocket. Now he's left the cue ball. Well, he left himself in good position, actually, for a shot at the 7. Now it's time to contemplate his next shot.
Yes, since we've been here, of course, I've been doing a little bit of practice with Steve Davis. And in fact, we practiced until the early hours of the morning. And Steve actually ran 81 balls against me, which is quite a performance for someone who's not experienced in the game.
And we should tell our U.S. audience, Rex, that you are 14 years a world billiard champion, and you are the #12 ranked snooker player in all the world right now.
Yes, even I'm surprised at that, Pat.
Davis with a 13-ball edge over Miserak. The first player to reach 75 will win the game. Best of 3.
These are not easy to sort out. He's got 2 balls out in the open, but the ball to the right of the triangle he would have liked to have left as a break ball, but I don't think he can, because he's got to split those other 5 balls. None of those balls will go. 13. So he's having to use the break ball here to split that cluster of 5 balls.
Davis with a nice cut shot.
Unfortunately, he hasn't got an ideal break ball at the moment. He tried to just, and that's a very good shot. He just nudged that 9 ball, the yellow ball to the left of the triangle, just nudged it across to leave that as the break ball.
Steve Miserak looking on now, maybe a bit surprised because Davis has put together a run of 15 balls this inning. And Miserak knows he can't win sitting in the chair.
Very lonely spot.
16.
Davis has captured 46 major snooker titles and is proving himself to be a shot maker in straight pool.
Well, we now get into the critical point now, and Steve just having to try and work this out. Doesn't look as though it's easy for him.
Davis had told us he had not played much straight pool in the past, a few times, a few games, and it's here where the combinations of shots and the shot making and the forethought of planning 3, 4, 5 shots ahead has to be very difficult for Davis.
Yes, of course, he's played a bad shot there. Left himself too near the side cushion or the side rail. He's got to force this ball now around 2 cushions.
He'll take the 15 ball as his key shot. Perhaps, no, maybe some second thoughts. And leave the 9 ball for his break shot.
Yes, this is a tough one now. He wanted to come out off the cushion there a little bit, and he hasn't got a good angle. He's even thinking about leaving the 9 ball into the side pocket. Now, has he got the angle? I don't think he has. He must now, the only chance that he's got to disturb anything here, I think now, is to pop the 9 ball into the corner pocket. And I think he might be too straight on this 9 ball to do that. So Steve could be out of business after this shot.
Davis has run off 19 balls in this inning, or this trip to the table, leading Mizrak by 21 balls, and this is the first game of the challenge. And I have to believe Steve Mizrak is a bit perplexed now, sitting in the chair watching Davis, who's put together a nice run. In an average world championship event for straight pool, the average run for a player at the table might be 20 balls. Mizrak told me beforehand that a 20-ball run is a very comfortable and really a very outstanding achievement. Davis has 19 this evening. Make it 20.
That's a good shot.
And he got into the rack enough to leave himself a few shots.
I suppose it was a little bit unorthodox, the way that he got onto that break ball, but all the same, he's still back at the table, and Steve Mizrak is still sitting in his seat. And not looking terribly happy at the moment. Just left a little angle on the ball at the back of the bunch of balls.
15 corner pocket.
He calls the 15 in the corner pocket.
Trying to get into them to split something.
23.
He's got the 2 ball into the corner pocket. That's the blue ball on the top cushion.
It's interesting, straight pool players are so particular about the cue they use, but Davis told us today he's using just an old foreign pool cue, about $400, and certainly not of the category of the legendary balabushkas or some of the finer cues made. But since straight pool is such a foreign game to him and a game he so infrequently plays, he's opted for a very average cue, but using it like a band leader's baton right now, Rex, as he orchestrates his way around the table.
And that shot that he's just played was a good shot, and there's a ball dropped perfectly into a break position, so he could continue this run for quite some time yet. The 9 ball, which is to the right of the pyramid triangle, is an ideal ball to use as a break ball, providing that he doesn't get himself into any real trouble and have to pot that ball to get himself out of trouble. That's the ball he'll be looking at.
Davis has a 41-10 advantage over Steve Mizrak. Make it 42-10. And this has been quite a run for Steve Davis.
Now he's got a choice. The way he plays here, he could screw it right back, or in America, as you say, a draw shot.
We should point out the balls they're playing with tonight are much larger than the snooker balls we'll see as Davis makes one. Snooker will be the second leg of this three-leg challenge.
32.
And many expected that Davis might have trouble controlling the cue ball.
Well, of course, the longer the game goes on, Pat, the more familiar that Davis will get. And of course, this is a good start. There's nothing like getting a good start in any game. And he's got a perfect angle here to leave the break shot. Good performance here by Davis. This is a very good start.
33 balls at this trip to the table. A good inning for Steve Davis.
And there could be more to come because he's in prime position here.
A run of 33 balls for Steve Davis, who wasn't supposed to be at home feeling comfortable playing straight pool. But perhaps, much to our chagrin, he has spent some time at the table playing 14-1.
34.
That nearly went astray, that shot. Didn't play a good break shot there. And he's got the cue ball very near to the corner pocket. He can pot the ball without any problem at all. The 9 ball into the opposite pocket. But he's not taking that one. He's cutting one in.
35.
Davis told us today the real mental problems or questions that he'll ask himself would be if he got close to 75 points first. He really didn't expect it to be in this position. Now that he's within reach of winning the first game, now he may start second-guessing himself or start worrying about his next shot, next 2 shots, next 3 shots. This will be the mental pressure that Davis will face.
Yes, of course, one thing about Steve Davis, the mental pressure at this game is exactly the same that in snooker, and of course he's used to that, and he's got a very good temperament, so I don't think he'll be too worried about that. He's great under pressure, and of course he's knocking a lot of very good shots in here. That's because of that perfect cue action that he's got.
Cut the 1 ball into the corner pocket nicely. Leading by 40 balls, 50-10 in game 1.
Ball side pocket.
Davis will take the 14 ball to the side pocket.
39.
Side pocket that gave Steve Miserak problems early in this game, and is the reason why Miserak is in the chair right now. Miserak, of course, starred in The Color of Money, or at least had a cameo appearance, and was a technical advisor behind the scenes, orchestrating the pool played by Paul Newman and Tom Cruise.
41.
And Davis has got another ideal break ball to the left of the triangle. And he's just having a look where he thinks the head of the triangle, the balls will be, what sort of shot he requires on that ball. And just at this stage, he'll be just trying to work out the sequence that he wants to pocket these balls to finish up on that final ball. He'll pop the 9 ball, I would think, now into the other corner pocket. Didn't quite come far enough to get the ball into the top right-hand corner pocket.
Davis takes the 9.
43.
A run of 43 balls for Steve Davis. There is a reason why he has won 46 major titles as a snooker player, and obviously a very skilled pool player.
This time he'll come back off the top cushion to leave a choice of the two balls that are together. Just
45.
With the help of the bridge, Davis makes it 45 this inning, leading 57-10. So Davis closing in on the 75 points he needs to win the first game.
And what a good performance this is. He's left himself again an ideal break ball. So just needing 16 more points to win this first game.
And Steve Miserak did not think he would be sitting as longly as he has. Now the object here for Davis is to pocket this ball and to get the cue ball back into the rack, and he has done it nicely. Davis just 15 balls away from winning the first game of the challenge.
7-ball corner pocket.
He'll take the 7 ball in the corner pocket. And with the draw,
49.
leaves himself the 11 perhaps.
To win at this visit to the table, Davis has still got the problem of having to clear this rack and also pocket a few balls from another rack, so he's still got to
8-ball side.
manipulate another break ball.
50.
But this is a great performance.
He's run off 50 balls this inning. 14 in this corner pocket.
Needs to disturb a few balls here, and I think he's doing that with this shot.
Tough cut shot, but he pockets the 11.
He's got 2 balls just together on the top cushion or the top rail, which he needs to move.
10 balls left on the table. Davis with 64, so he'll need another rack before he can go out.
$53.
53 balls run by Steve Davis.
And Steve really could do with leaving the 9 ball, the ball which is near the top right-hand corner pocket, there, but he's forced into potting it.
54.
And don't think he can pot the 3 ball, or is it the 7 ball, into the top left-hand corner pocket. It's a very fine cut.
And he pockets the 3.
55.
This is the area that we talked about, Rex, where Davis may begin to second-guess his shot selection. He's close. He's got a tremendous advantage over Steve Miserak, one that I don't believe he thought he'd have. And now he has to worry about the sequence in which he takes the balls.
56.
Well, one thing is certain, Pat, and if Davis doesn't win at this visit to the table, Miserak will have to run out in one visit, because he certainly can't afford to let Davis get back to the table should Davis miss before he wins this game. Fortunately, he had to got himself tied up a little bit there, had to move the ball that he was open to leave for the break ball.
Davis 6 balls away from the magic 75 figure that will win this first game.
1 ball side pocket.
Can only get 74 points with the 5 balls left on the table, so he's still got to get another break.
10 ball corner pocket.
This shot is missable.
The 10 ball in the corner pocket. But he makes it.
And he's getting himself tied up a little bit here now. He's running into difficulties.
He's had a run of 58 balls, much to the dismay of Steve Miserak. Now Davis looking over what he's left himself with a bit of consternation.
This is a tough one.
And Davis ends his run